Belgravia, the next chapter episode 2 entailed the setup of some mysteries and revelations that risk endangering relationships, all in all offering a clearer picture of the Trenchards' household in 1871 London. Continuing the Trenchard story 30 years after the events of the parent series Belgravia, based on Julian Fellowes' book of the same name, Belgravia, the next chapter episode 2 shone even more light on the behavior of Belgravia's Oliver after the limited series end. Belgravia, the next chapter episode 2 delineated more comprehensively how Oliver's parenting negatively affected Frederick, seemingly dooming his relationship with his brother James. Besides offering a more detailed backstory for Frederick, Belgravia, the next chapter episode 2 focused just as much on the servants of the Trenchards' house in Eaton Square, showing their many difficulties getting used to having a mistress wanting to be involved in the household organization. The focus on the Duke and Duchess of Rochester's son increased in Belgravia, the next chapter episode 2, with his escape and Clara's participation in finding him prompting her to defy one of Mr. Enright's clearest admonishments. Belgravia, the next chapter episode 2's revelations hint at what may upend Clara and Frederick's future peace. The Duke and Duchess of Rochester will unlikely keep Peter's illness secret. Peter's successful escape won't be the last unless they let him socialize. Miles Jupp as the Duke of Rochester and Sophie Winkleman as the Duchess of Rochester in Belgravia, the next chapter episode 2. Belgravia, the next chapter's premiere already showed the Rochester household being barely able to stop Peter from running outside the house. However, Peter's escape in Belgravia, the next chapter episode 2 highlighted even more his wish for freedom, which he never had due to the Duke's plan to hide him, afraid that others knowing about his epilepsy would mean their dukedom's end. Still, considering the number and frequency of escapes and attempted ones, the Rochesters will unlikely be able to stop Peter for long, making Ellerby's suggestions to let him socialize at home their best option to control the news. Enright and Maud's envelope exchange hides a potentially big mystery. He hid the note from his wife and she often complained about his not paying attention. Gerard Horan as Mr. Enright and Daisy Sequeira as Maud in Belgravia, the next chapter episode 2. The Trenchards' help are among the most central of Belgravia. The next chapter's characters and Enright's interest in his employer's affairs and well-being was already proven by his wife's remarks in the series premiere. However, his secret correspondence that Enright hid from his wife and furtively shared with Maud so that she could deliver it highlights a big mystery, something that could potentially be frowned upon if discovered by either his wife or Frederick. It's unclear whether Enright's secret correspondence involved other members of the Trenchard family, but the mystery is more likely to unfurl as the season goes on. James, Emily and Nell's ordeal helps them be in each other's lives. Emily wanted a reason to be close to James, but her interest in Nell is genuine. Part of Emily's interest in the woman who stepped into the road clearly stemmed from who her savior was, as Emily seemed taken by Reverend James Trenchard from the moment she saw him at church. However, while her bond with the woman might have started because of her interest in James, Emily's giddiness at being the one to whom Nell finally confessed her name was genuine. Employing Nell not only proved the solution to her and Mrs. Dunn's cook problems, but it also guaranteed Emily, Nell, and James would remain in each other's lives by checking in with one another.